Oh, hey guys, Mr. E here. Do you want to be able to do this? Well, then I've got the build for you. Hey guys, Mr. E here today, and we are going to be taking a look at a Psyker build. As you saw by the intro, it is indeed a Smite Psyker build, which means
Whoa,
that...
whoa. What did you just say? We're going to be talking about what? Turn this shit off right now!
Sorry about that, guys. We are going to be taking a look at a Smite Psyker build, which is just perfect for a player of my caliber at Psyker. And that means that we are going to start off with talking about the weapons. Of course, we are going to be using Dueling Sword. Of course, we are going to be using Las Pistol. What's that there for? Well, we'll get into it in just a second. But if you like builds and you want to hear more of them, then you need to subscribe to Mr. E and comment down below and see what you want to see next pop up on this channel, hopefully. Now, we're going to start with weapons. Today, we have a couple options. It's Smite. So Smite means that we can just choose any weapons we want. That the weapon that we're holding in our primary and a secondary ultimately doesn't matter, because when you go to Smite, you take those weapons out of your hand. So these weapons just need to be usable for covering up our weaknesses with the build. The two weaknesses that Smite Psyker has is it cannot control bosses, and it cannot deal boss damage, and it cannot, third weaknesses, it doesn't have range, right? We can't smite things at distant range. So for Dueling Sword, why we have this weapon is it removes high health targets. It can remove crushers, it can get rid of specials, it can claim easy kills on them very quickly without interrupting a whole lot of the flow of our game state. It does fairly decent boss damage, so it's a very solid weapon, as it always has been. The other option here that's pretty good is the Force Sword. The Force Sword with Deflector can cover up for our weakness against range enemies that can shoot us and, peck us down when we can't reach them. So we can either close the gap or make the gap even wider. And potentially, if a boss picks on you, say you've got Rinda Karnak on you or a Chaos Spawn or something who's trying to get you, Deflector will make you be able to tank them all day. And that can save you, because Smite is certainly not going to save you in those situations. So those are your two options for melee. If you're going to go for Dueling Sword, set it up something like this. If you're going for Force Sword, put Deflector on it. For the range weapon, I think that the best range option for this build is Heavy Las Pistol. We are using Scryer's Gaze with this build, and as I said before, with the Smite ability we're going to be using for 99% of our kills here, we don't have extreme range and we don't have good boss damage. Guess what has both of those in spades, especially when combined with the Scryer's Gaze ability? It's the Heavy Las Pistol. This thing crushes bosses. It does such high boss DPS. It loves to crit, and it does really, really high boss DPS. It's precision accurate, and it's got a high ammo capacity as well. So you can use this to pick off snipers. You can use this to do all sorts of stuff at range and not have to worry about smiting it. And then when bosses come out, especially monstrosities, just pop Scryers and go to town on them. It says it does quite considerable damage. And it's also a very fast moving weapon with a nice push special attack that can keep stuff at a distance from you. So if you've never tried the push attack in this weapon, I definitely recommend it if there's bursters and stuff incoming. It's a very safe weapon to have in that regard. For Curios, triple toughness. We are not sprinting. We're not moving at all. We're hobbling around like we are, like we're crippled. And we are going to take triple combat ability regeneration. This is going to stack with more combat ability regen that's in our tree, and that's going to give us at least 5 seconds off of our cooldown, which will be very important in a second. We need some revive speed in here. Revive speed is going to allow us to very quickly get our allies up. We can control the hordes, but with this, we can very quickly shove the horde back with a Scryer, with a Smite, and then we can pick them up. And then for your last perks, you can take either flat toughness here, just a flat 5% toughness, but what I really like is some combination of gunner resist. I don't know why I have 3 here, but I would have probably 2 gunner resist and 1 bomber resist, or the inverse of that, because we're going to be in the open. We're going to have most melee enemies controlled. most, if not all, most gunners control, but occasionally one gunner at a distant barrel or something will find his mark and it'll start shooting you, and that gunner DR will actually protect you from those instances. And we have some pretty good defenses elsewise in the tree. Okay, let's come to the tree. Most of this is self-explanatory, so I'm going to move through it pretty quick. We're going to go straight down this way. We're going to take Soul Stealer over here, Quietude, Battle Meditation, Smite with Enfeeble, coming out this way. You might be like, why are we taking these 2 nodes out of all 9 of these talents here? It's because all these talents here suck. Especially, well, they don't suck, but like for Smite, they're useless. These 2 have like 5% viability for Smite, and that sets them above the rest by a big margin. So we're going to take these 2, and honestly, it wouldn't matter. If you took any other 2 and didn't even think about it, it wouldn't change the build at all. You would still have just as effective a build, more or less. Coming down here, we grab Seer's Presence. This is going to cut another couple seconds off of our cooldown, and if you already have a Psyker on your team, say like a Bubble Psyker or something, you could run Kinetic Presence instead, just the same. You just want to make certain you have at least one of these in the team because this is the best aura. So if you're the only Psyker, run this one. Then we grab Psykinetics Aura. Super important because every time there is an elite or a specialist kill within your coherency, you're going to get 3 seconds taken off your ultimate. Your goal is to remove at least 10 seconds from your ultimate by the time that your ultimate overcaps and runs out. That's the goal. So we need to get at least 4 kills for this to happen. And then Immaterial Focus out here. One of the main weaknesses of Scryers is that if a single sneaky little bitch enemy comes up behind you and bops you, it'll knock you out of your smiting, which can just ruin your flow. It can cause you to lose one of your psionic charges. It can cause you to lose control of a choke point that you had the horde in. You don't want that to happen. And this will not happen as long as you're at critical peril, which we are going to spend minutes at a time in critical peril because we're going to stay at 100% for like 75% of our playtime in this with this build. Immaterial Focus also gives you 10% damage resistance, which is awesome. Scryer or Psyker has infinite damage, but he has very little HP, and this will help with that. One with the Warp, also a ton of damage resistance for us. And we're going to be at that 100%, so we're getting the maximum 33% toughness damage resist. Coming down this way, grabbing Scryer's Gauge, which has another 20% toughness damage resist. And more importantly in here, what Scryer's Gauge does for us is every second we have it active, it's going to stack 1% damage that lingers for 10 seconds after it finishes being active. So when you start to smite, what you're going to do is you're going to make certain you have an empowered psionics charge. We'll talk about that in a second. But you're going to make certain you have one of these little purple charges. You're going to charge up your smite, do the right click smite, and then we're going to unleash it with left click. Once you reach 50% peril, you're going to pop Scryers. You'll go back down to 0 peril, and then you're going to go up to 100%. And that time between 0 and 100%, that's when you're growing. That is when your power is scaling. Every second that you spend in there, you're going to gain 1% damage. So the longer you can spend in that phase, the more kills you can get, and therefore the more peril you're going to reduce your generation by. That's more damage for when we overcap. So when we hit 100%, we enter into phase 2 of Scryers. And in that phase, now the cooldown for Scryers starts. So it's at 20 seconds because of all of our cooldown reduction, and then it's going to start ticking down from 20 seconds. So we just need to get to 0 seconds so we can activate it again, and we can continue smiting without stopping. The way we can do that is by Warp Unbound. Warp Unbound allows you to continue casting. You can free cast when you are over 100% peril for 10 seconds. In fact, if you just stay on smite and don't stop, like you'll see in the footage, you can cast for 12 or 13 seconds without stopping. And that means that if we just keep going from the time that we start smiting, we activate Scryer's Gaze, and we just keep going all the way through, we just need to lose a couple of seconds with Psykinetics Aura, 3 or 4 kills, and we'll get that reset in time to activate it again. Now, every time you activate it again, it resets that damage buff you got, but it also gives you another 10 seconds on Warp Unbound when you overload. And so as long as you have 3 or 4 elites that you can kill every time you overload with this, every 20 or 30 seconds, you can just keep chaining all day long. And that's what's allowing this to be the infinite smite build. Then we're coming over this way. We're going to grab range damage, solidity, and empiric resolve. You could also swap out solidity or puppet master here for toughness damage reduction, but I think these as nodes are just superior than this. Solidity would be maybe the one you could swap out. You could go not there, but you could go here instead. That could be another option for you because quell speed really isn't all that important for the build. We grab Puppet Master, we grab Penetration of the Soul. Coming over this way, Warp Rider, absolutely, down here for Peril Generation, and Empowered Psionics. Empowered Psionics, the way it works is when you get an elite kill or on 10% of all other kills, you have a chance to gain charges up to 3 charges. Those charges give you triple damage on your smite and make it spread faster. So when you smite, do not stop smiting, okay? Once you charge that smite and unleash it on the enemies, that is a smite. It caches in one of those charges to give it triple damage. So do not just turn it off because you killed the 2 enemies in front of you. Carry that thing with you, start dodging to the side, and try to find some other enemies to burn with it because you don't want to waste that thing. Usually it's pretty hard to get your first charge. You know, you'll have to go kill an elite or something to get 1 charge in the bank, but once you got 1 charge in there, you can use that charge to kill a bunch more enemies and keep those charges rolling. And that's the whole idea of the build. So if you want to see it in practice, watch this gameplay here. Watch me just absolutely crush a like Havoc 31 or Havoc 32. I am a crap Psyker, but I do 2.5 million damage with Smite here. And if that doesn't impress you, then I don't know what will. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Aiming. What is it? Wait, I'm still in Scryers. I didn't realize. Hiya! God damn it. Where'd he come from? Sniper behind, watch out. Lord. That's a good smite right there. See, this is what I want with smite. Just a choke point. Infinite fucking choke point. They're done. What are they gonna do? How many times did we just hit Peril, Cap back to back to back? Yeah, no, Rotten Armor's thing, it's not the credit cost, it's the fact that Rotten Armor as a modifier is just force spawns of Crushers and that's what it does. It just adds Crushers that are corrupted and stuff to the map. It's the longest smite I've ever seen. World record? Keep it going, keep it going. Okay, let's cool down, let's cool down. Oh fuck. That was the shortest smite I've ever seen. It's so loud. It's so loud. Oh my god. I'm helping, guys. This is the gameplay right here.
I really don't know how this isn't behind him.
Behind is a state of mind.
Matter of perspective.
Literally. Alright, let's see if I have that mod. Disable screen effects? No, this is just screen effects, right? Does anyone know what the name of the mod is that makes Overload like not sound like a fucking thunderstorm in your head?
That is what?
The Peril. It's like a Peril one that makes Peril not like sound deafeningly loud.
I've seen what you're talking about.
Oh, you piece of shit. Ruined my perfect smite where I had the perfect choke point and everything.
Funny how I just used my shroud shield in response.
Here we go. I'm helping.
Here, take your order.
One day the purple enemies will die. My grandmother told me a tale. Guys, there's two things I know are true. The rapture is going to happen in our lifetime, and eventually all the purple enemies on the map will die. No, Perfectionist Disrupt Destiny doesn't really give you that much more juice. Wait for it. Get him. Right at the choke point. Perfect. Don't let them interrupt my smite. Can someone get him?
Push back a little bit, I guess. Raider's behind us, by the way.
Okay, turning.
Yeah, we got friends.
Smite still engaged. I was gonna say engaged, but this is still on.
How is it so indefinite? It's like a talent tree just makes it infinite with the...
It's just like all the peril cooldown, plus the being able to overload for like 10 seconds, and all the cooldown reduction that you can get off of talents and stuff, so my Scryers is back up before it even ends.
Lovely.
Okay. Guys, I got a bunch more behind.
Yeah, I can hear him.
It's fine, it's just a couple of purples in here. What's the best way to level up faster? It's repeatedly chaining the train mission, but you probably won't have much options with that. So just play the game. Play with the hardest difficulty you can to get the most XP. And like, you know, the one that you can actually complete. Because if you don't complete it, then you don't get any XP, right? Or you get very little, you know. Okay. It doesn't look fun to play. Hey, listen, we want to win games, not have fun. No, Smite's always been decent. It's just that players weren't using empowered psionics with it, so they're doing tickle damage. Look at my damage. 1.6 million. I'm doing more damage than a Flame Stat Psyker. God damn it. Oh, we're gonna hit like 2.5 mil by the time this game is over. kill the horde. You guys want to deal with that? That's better, actually. So now we can funnel them. Flame behind. We got him, okay. Oh, they're starting to burn now. No, my Skyres got interrupted. Piece of shit. You get rid of that purple yet? God damn. Okay, that's nice and padded. Oh man, almost 2.5 mil.
2.5.
Not bad. Into one of the most annoying combos. Yeah, I can just like talk with chat and casually walk around. Not a problem, guys.